Here we go with a video into what I am calling the deep dive a la carte, where I'm just going to look at individual sections of the trailer as I may have done in videos in the past or will in the future, depending on the order of release. I'll just focus on a particular area of the trailer, give you some dimensions, and answer a few questions that were asked along the way, and just kind of get right to the heart of a quick deep dive if this is the section of a trailer like this you're interested in. So here we go. I think today I'm going to look at this deep drawer here, the big drawer, and that big drawer there, and that little cubby. So this will be my focus today. Let's focus on this drawer here. So, dimensions. Let me get a pointer. Okay, on this drawer, width, out to out, it's going to be 15.5 inches. The drawer bin itself, the actual drawer, is 14 3/8 wide. Height, the drawer itself is 13 1/8. And the cabinet that it is in, which is a full box cabinet, if you can see, it actually has a top to it as well as a bottom. So this full box cabinet actually has a height of 14 5/8. The level garage right beside it, of course, has the same exact height, and it's its own cabinet again. Has a top and a bottom and two sides, so it is truly an independent unit. And it is 2.5 inches wide, and each one of the level cubbies are just big enough for a level. And so there you go. Looks like just around 2.5. So big drawer. This drawer actually has a depth of the whole cabinet is 49.5, and it does have a back, and so this drawer here would actually probably have a depth of maybe 49, maybe 48, and some big change, 48 7/8, 48 3/4. Okay, let's take a look at what is in the deep drawer. And here's what is in the deep drawer. I've shown this in the past, and it really hasn't changed. So what we're looking at, effectively, demo tools, some cold chisels, a couple of sledgehammers. The red poles there are poles from what I call the third hand. So I have two third hands, which are the middle size. You can actually get small, medium, and large. These are the medium sized. Cleaning materials there, just hand broom, stiff bristled brush, dustpan, extra sponges, a couple of squeegees. Try not to use this thing very often, but I do have a drain snake, and once in a while it's the tool of choice, and unfortunately I have one and I use it. Some lids, various pails and such that I have, hose tip. There's the top and bottom of my third hands, and I do have some long clamps there, some Bessie clamps as well. And those are the two largest clamps that I have, and I only have two of them. So this is my large drawer here, and I really do like this drawer. This drawer is part of the remodel for this side when I had to remodel this about 1.5 years ago. This side was completely taken out and put back slightly differently than it was the first time around. The only cabinet I actually kept was my level garage, so that's original to the first version of the trailer. Everything else I kind of redid. Okay, I'm going to put this drawer back and move on to the next. Moving on to the level garage, I've already given dimensions. I can only support 4 levels. That top cubby is not large enough to support a level. It's 48 inches deep approximately. And so I really can't even put my electrical fish sticks in there because they're too long. I think they're 5 feet. So in any case, I just have that open bin, that open little cubby there. But otherwise, I have, for all of my levels, 2, 2, 4, 4. I have stops. There are my 2-foot stops. And then all the way back there, you see the 4-foot stops. Probably unnecessary, except that does keep my levels right at the edge where I can grab them fairly easily, because they have a stop. And so I do appreciate that. And indeed, it is a 2-foot level. So no lie there. I do like that level garage. I don't know if I would change it unless I'm able to incorporate my longer level in the next iteration whenever I do a new trailer, if I'll have just a complete level garage where I also have the 6-foot incorporated as well. Okay, let's move on over to this side. Okay, here's my long drawer. Here's the big drawer as far as the long material that I can put in. This drawer is original to my trailer. I think it was honestly the first cabinet that I even built for this trailer using Ron's SMART plans, of course modified for the size of this trailer. In fact, I actually found a couple of pictures of the original build, and here you see the first two cabinets I did, which was the level garage, the sawhorse garage on the right, and then of course the long drawer. And then here is a last picture showing when I actually started to build drawer bank 2 and 1. Because this trailer is 12 feet long and mine is only 10. So this particular cabinet here is a true cabinet. It does have a top and a bottom and 2 sides for the drawer. So the width out to out is going to be 17 inches. The drawer itself has a width of 15 3/8. The height for the entire cabinet, up and down, out to out, is 14. The drawer itself has an overall height of 12.5 inches. The depth is 71 because it runs all the way back underneath my cabinets, the 2 banks of cabinets you see, right to where it opens up and allows space for my compressor. So here's that. I also was able to take advantage of the fact that I had this cubby on this side when I installed this, and that allowed me to run my air through that channel. And so I have a 20-foot Flexzilla that comes up to here, and when the air is hooked up, I have air at the end of my trailer for anything like cleaning tools or using air around the trailer itself. I can actually extend that and then have air. And then I do have, although it's inside right now, I have space for my 6-foot level that runs all the way back through that channel, just to give it a place to guide through. As you can see, everything is labeled in my trailer to the point of maybe over-labeling, but I prefer to know where it all is, and if I send anybody into my trailer to find something, they can rely on the labels to find it. So let's open up this and see what I have inside. Fully extended, this is what you are looking at. So this drawer is probably maybe around 70.5 inches long. Long enough certainly to incorporate really what I wanted it to do, which is my shovel, my flat shovel, my stone rake, and a broom, which I have disassembled. That's a long broom handle. And then underneath my nailing board is, of course, the broom head. I do have, I think I'm missing a shovel actually. Normally I also have a long-handled shovel that has a tip on it. Otherwise, what do I have in here? I have all my paddle mixers, so those are all in there as well. And I have over here corner braces I built from a design that Ron Paulk was using, and he based his design on somebody else. I actually referenced the original source because he had the link in his video, and I built 8 of these. One of them is the template, so it's slightly bigger or smaller, I can't remember which, and the other 7 then I made from that template using routers, or using a router. And I've been very happy with that. I used those braces to build my Paulk semi-compact workbench, and have been very happy with it, and so I keep them around. Here's my original air coil hose, and I don't use that as often now because I have the Flexzilla, which is less prone to kink, but I can then extend my hose there to another, I guess, 20 feet around the trailer using that coil, so it's very easy to grab and extend. Other than that, the only other thing I have in this drawer are crown pieces. So these are crown installation jigs. Right there, that's a crown installation jig that actually incorporates not only a crown but a wall riser as well. This is a crown installation jig for that exact profile right there, so you see that profile. And this will actually install that on the correct spring angle. Got that design from Ron, who got it from someone else, and he actually referenced in his video who he got it from. I can't honestly remember. In here, I have that particular piece of wood here. Allows me to get a spring angle correct on my miter box for the 2.5-inch crown stop spacer. So that piece goes along with that installation. And that right there, you see that rounded area with all the cuts in it for 45/90 and all of that. That actually is a jig that goes on my miter box, and that allows me to get the correct spring angle when I'm installing crown, so I can cut crown repeatedly and correctly. And that I have actually demonstrated in another video, and that's based on Ron, which again is probably based on someone else anyway. So there you have it. There are my 2 long drawers. Hopefully you stuck with me and I was able to edit this down and cut out any of the fluff. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.